Now, one thing that people are constantly concerned about is whether a fish will grow out of the tank. And to a degree, that does sort of happen. But fish emit pheromones and phenols into the water, which actually stunts their growth. So basically, not unlike if you put a gum tree in a small pot, you end up with a bonsai. It's the same ideal in that that various chemicals are released by the organism that actually stunts the growth of the organism. And so obviously in a big aquarium like this, the fish can get extremely large. But if you put the fish into a smaller aquarium, the concentration of pheromones and phenols will increase, therefore the size of the fish will actually decrease. And as far as fish being happy in an environment, it really comes down to water quality, nutrition, and also what they're used to. So basically fish have no concept of their own growth. So let's say that you put a fish in this aquarium and it's a small fish and it has lots of room and it's in good water quality and getting good feed, then it's a beautiful, healthy, happy fish. Then as the fish grows, it doesn't actually realize that it's actually getting any bigger, and so therefore there's no change in the fish's behavior, no change in its stress levels. So you can have a fish grow up in a relatively small aquarium, and though you might think it's cruel, it isn't necessarily cruel because the animal doesn't actually have any reference point and doesn't actually have anything to compare it to. Then on the other hand, if you get a big fish like this one and you go and throw it in a small aquarium, we can see what we believe to be monitorable behavioural issues which believe the fish may not be happy in the small environment. They may lay on their side, they may act erratically, they may go off their feed. So putting a small fish from a big aquarium into a smaller aquarium can cause stress, but if you have a fish and you put it into an aquarium that's amply sized with good nutrition and high water quality, then at no point will the fish actually start to show any sign of stress, providing that the water quality and nutrition is maintained in most circumstances. Look at that monster. And relative to that, some species of fish are more susceptible to pheromones and phenols, so more susceptible to stunt than others. So you'll notice some species of fish will, even if they're both meant to be a large fish, some will grow to a comparably larger size than other ones, according to how susceptible they are to pheromones, phenols, and anything else that may consider it. So if you are going to overpopulate an aquarium with large fish, lots of filtration and heaps of aeration is absolutely crucial, because larger fish use a lot more bioload, so therefore the amount of bacterial capacity, the amount of dissolved oxygen and everything that you need is disproportionately more, supposedly to the tune of 20 times. So bigger fish need more filtration, more oxygen to the power of 20, because they don't assimilate and use nutrients and oxygen very well compared to smaller species.